Right, YouTube channels that should not exist.
My god, why is he pulling his meat out? Join me as we explore the worst corners of YouTube.
Okay, this is not a YouTube special. Every site has it. You know, Instagram. You know, links to OnlyFans and stuff, bro.
I'm not
Facebook.
talking about those Fortnite twerk videos that we.
Wait.
I'm not talking about those Fortnite.
I understand why there's 1.1 million views.
Twerk videos that we used to go into as kids. I'm talking about
used to. Just kidding.
Entire Reddit communities like r/YouTube NSFW where
community
share
like that?
their findings. Now obviously
I gotta see that. Wow.
Worst videos get age restricted or taken down, so NSFW creators use loopholes to get around.
Nah, some still slip through the cracks with like different namings and different thumbnails and whatever the fuck, right? There was a lot of like porn on YouTube still probably can find. I never checked that out obviously myself, but there's probably
on YouTube's filters like yoga done in skin tight clothes.
Oh yeah, that's
videos
popular,
with see-through outfits or breast.
Basically, it's the hot tub meta, but for YouTube. Okay, pull a little bit higher. Okay, sorry.
Feeding pump tutorials.
Sorry.
And the
my gooning neuron activation disappeared.
all suspiciously linked to an OnlyFans in their bio.
It's because there are specific yoga teachings in this OnlyFans. There's specific course on yoga, of course. There's no porn there, or like softcore, you know, nothing like that. Of course not.
This breastfeeding pump tutorial has over 2 million views, and I couldn't find a single.
If only I had tits myself, bro, would make that kind of videos. Okay, maybe not. I'm not that. I'm not that.
Mom in the comment section.
I'm just a low life who steals other people's content. Steals. Okay, I'm reworking it.
Want you in my life to explain this every day. Here's a group of YouTubers who ought to be put in the brazen bowl. Channels that collect videos of women for, you know, like this channel called Hopeless Leg Man, which has 150,000 subscribers and thousands of weather report videos.
I can't understand why. I mean, look at this. God, holy fucking hell. I understand this guy. Listen, I'm a little bit of a leg man myself sometimes. You know what I mean?
But I have a feeling he isn't a weather enthusiast because of thumbnails.
Nah, he's definitely a weather enthusiast. He doesn't really do all of those videos because he likes to go to legs of girls, man. Nah.
This channel
is
monetized, by the way. So this random guy is just printing money feeding these poor reporter ladies to the mob of quote-unquote cultured men. What's worse is when freaky content is aimed at kids. Like this channel called Shappy Sway has.
Maybe it's like for the kids that already hit puberty, like 13-year-olds, so they would see it and like, I can't stop it! No!
Animations centering around these cute dog characters where all the jokes are about sex, gay sex, or unconsensual sex.
You know, some people talk about gay propaganda and like furry. And nobody talks about furry propaganda, but that's the example of furry propaganda 100%. Fucking hell, dude, what?
And they say this content is for grown-ups in their bio, which, first of all, that's a suspicious word choice, because grown-ups is what you call adults when you're talking to little kids. And second of all, you can tell by the comments that it's exclusively children want.
Wait, let's see actually the comments. Let's see the comments.
And second of all, you can tell.
Welcome to my shop, AK-47 likes said. What?
Oh, by the
bleach slop? Bleach shop? What? It's a bird? No, it's a plane? My brain is flying. In the Roblox on the... Oh, fuck, there's also the Roblox there on... Oh, my fucking god, okay, you proved it, It's all about getting bread animation. I mean, that could be written by like fucking 15-year-old, okay, that's not that bad.
Said it's
you know what? Yeah, he proved it.
Exclusively children watching these videos.
This stupid, disgusting fucking dance.
Bro shook his gyat. Bro turned on Diddy mode.
Listen, the word bro is already used by like my generation too. Like when some people make videos, I use that when I made shorts, bro, because I couldn't really find better word to describe it. Like just shorts. But I mean, I'm fucking 26, bro. I'm old as fuck. I'm gonna turn into dust in like 4 years. By the internet terms, of course. Like Listen, clickbaiters is what YouTube was built upon, especially like late 2010s, like to 2018, 2016, and all that other fuck.
I Show Speed never did this. Tom Holland never.
I wish he did. I would watch that movie then.
Never kissed this man. Mr. Beast never slept with her. Like, how?
Probably for the better, right? For how old is she?
How is there not a lawsuit here? Mr. Beast is literally engaged to the love of his life, and this.
Wait, he is? I have no idea, honestly. That doesn't even go on that, bro. For the guy who spends 12 to 14 12 to 14 hours a day making videos, how does he have a fucking wife, bro? I mean, it doesn't really make sense with his own story.
Video with hundreds of thousands of views is suggesting that he cheated on her with an OnlyFans.
Oh, it's an OnlyFans girl, bro. I thought it was one of the TikTokers. Okay, I don't really care about
clickbait this egregious.
I mean, if you can even see like the ass should be here, right? But it's kind of like to the side. How does the? It's so badly made too, bro. Oh fuck.
This is literally banned in the community guidelines.
You know, if it wasn't I Show Speed, if it was like Rakai, I would believe that immediately.
But it feels like if your video generates enough money for YouTube, you get a free pass. And poor Mr. Beast, man. He's the center.
Listen, Mr. Beast had a lot of scandals already. He also had a lot of scams to his name when some people just made AI Mr. Beast talking like, oh, you're gonna get $10 million, just subscribe to this. Or like, spend $100, get 10,000, whatever the fuck, right? Because he's one of the most probably popular YouTuber. You know what? It's kind of unfair to call him a YouTuber because he had like a massive team and massive production. Massive company, YouTube company, I would say, right? So of course there's a lot of people gonna claim him trying to get extra views because he's recognizable.
So many.
And he is not a Mr. Beast too, like you can see in his face, it's not exactly the Mr. Beast.
Of these clickbait thumbnails, though I don't feel crazy bad for him.
Okay, that is not Mr. Beast.
Because he clickbaits too, which is weird because his videos are so big and crazy that he doesn't have to click.
But he kind of doesn't really purely clickbait. I would say that he's over-exaggerating. I'd say clickbaiting, saying when something isn't there, but he's exaggerating, which is like in between the truth and the clickbait. It's like 50-50.
Like in this one here, $1 versus $500,000 days. He literally rented out all of Disneyland for a night with his fiance. Yet in one version of the
oh, maybe that's why I don't know that he has a fiance, because I don't watch his shit.
Thumbnail, he's in outer fucking space for some reason. Like,
okay. I don't think it's gonna cost $500,000, bro. Maybe like 50 million.
What? Old Mr. Beast didn't have to clickbait to get views, but...
Because you don't understand how Mr. Beast works. From his own fucking interviews, all he cares about is making the biggest video possible. Maybe not the best. He talks about the best, but I think like the biggest. Being the biggest, making the biggest, doing the biggest. That's all he fucking cares about. If he needs to lie about it, if he needs to work with Logan Paul and KSI for that shit, if he needs to, I don't know, work with some shady-ass company making Mr. Beast failing fucking burger, bro. Whatever the fuck he needs to do, he's gonna do that because it's all he cares about. I don't think this is the guy who gets that many morals, man. Come on, there's so many controversy in a few years about Mr. Beast, bro. He doesn't give a fuck about that. He only wants the bread, man. He only wants the videos.
Get your bag, I guess.
The best as possible, the biggest as possible.
The most appalling clickbait I have ever seen comes from this vlog channel called Risky Red.
Oh, I thought he was gonna talk about the low tier guy. Okay.
I survived Thailand's biggest earthquake.
Why is there a massive flag on the street, I wonder?
99% of this video is just this guy's painfully mediocre vlog. And
listen, this vlog...
99% of this video is just this guy's painfully...
This vlog wasn't mediocre, it was infamously legendary, you know? In his own way, bro. Nah. Recording a dead man there and be like, there's a guy hiding on a tree in a place that is famous for people hanging there. Wow! How could it possibly happen?
Mediocre vlog.
And then making content out of it?
Wow. The actual earthquake part, it's literally just a tiny rumble. Zero damage, nobody was hurt. Then he continues having fun in Thailand.
You don't show it, bro. Okay, I don't believe it because you didn't show it. Okay, maybe that's true.
And the video just ends. Remember, this was the thumbnail, but it gets...
I guess it's because it's made for 10 and 12-year-olds who are actually gonna care about that shit. Because normal people, sure, they might click on it once, see the first minute or two, and be like, so, he promised surviving the earthquake, right? Where is the actual fucking earthquake, right? Where is it? Where is it? I wanna see it, I wanna watch that. Where's that shit? And then they just never gonna see that guy again, and they're gonna not click on this content because they're gonna recognize his clickbaiter. This is why it doesn't really work on YouTube anymore, because the click-through rate is as important as the view ratio. And when you clickbait, you kind of hurt both. You hurt your click-through rate because a lot of people gonna see that and it is a clickbait, right? And in the long term, it's actually gonna hurt. And it's also gonna hurt your average watch time, because if a lot of people gonna watch the first minute, gonna realize you baited them, and then a lot of people gonna actually leave. So yeah, before it worked because YouTube only cared about as much use as possible. This way clickbait worked, but they changed the system since then, and still this abuse kind of disappeared. You know, the Brit is not gonna make a video now on that now.
It's worse. I did some digging and I found out that the earthquake was real and it did cause a ton of.
So he even used the real situation that was actually really good, really bad, and he used it to clickbait and wasn't even present on it, didn't even discuss it in the first place.
Damage, but not.
Bro, what a fucking weasel, disgusting fucking guy.
Only was he hundreds of miles away from where the actual human tragedy was happening, but it turns out it was happening in a completely different.
It's even different country.
This guy didn't survive anything. This is like if a Canadian said they survived 9/11 because.
Listen, he survived being born a fucking schizo asshole. This is more than enough in his case.
They saw the towers fall on TV. Like, how could he get away with clickbaiting national tragedies using this ridiculous?
He's not the first and not the last one to do it. Remember Logan Paul? It was kind of about national tragedy too, because, you know, the end in your life is kind of a national fucking tragedy, and it never should happen. At least as little as possible.
Soy face and these oversaturated colors on a video that should be serious. For Christ's sakes, thousands of people died.
Damn.
And the cherry on top is this guy's loyal meat-riding fan base who gobbled up the.
Wait, that's an old ass man.
And the cherry on top is this guy's loyal.
Look at this guy. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's the kid using the death page, bro. But nah, I refuse to believe that these kind of people, there's anybody above the age of 12 that's watching, man. That's disgusting.
Beat-writing fan base who gobbled up the video despite being lied to. There's no shame when it comes to thumbnails these days. You have YouTubers stealing.
Bro, you know what? I wouldn't really. You kind of see like it's photoshopped, right? But I wouldn't really. If it actually happened, I would believe that.
Away from others and throwing their exaggerated face on it, looking like they saw the second coming of Christ. Or you see creators make thumbnails with fake.
We're not sorry. Discord official.
Fake quotes from people they.
Fuck all of you pieces of shit. Yeah, Mr. Beast definitely did that because it's such a good business move, okay? Come on, he's a fucking business guy. He would never
hate to make them look worse. Like, she never tweeted these words. The official Roblox.
Go away. What?
Twitter never said we love pedos. Again, lawsuit. At least YouTube steps in when channels mess up really bad. Like this one kids YouTuber named It's Owen flew too close to the sun when he posted a video titled
Mr. Beast's final goodbye to Technoblade.
Mr. Beast's final goodbye to Technoblade. Just days.
Why he looks fat in there?
After the Minecraft YouTuber tragically lost his life to cancer.
Yeah,
but
that was,
the video was just some random out of context clip of them playing Minecraft together. So for trying to capitalize off of grief, he got his enormous channel terminated.
Wait, so he used somebody's passing, which is already shitty enough. But he didn't talk about him, he talked about like his legacy, about the event itself. But he just re-uploaded the Technoblades or maybe the Mr. Beast's content. For what? For views? What do you even gain from that? You don't get notoriety from it because it's not you that made the video anyway. You're not using it to promote yourself. There's no even point in doing this. He did it for no reason. What a fucking idiot, bro. Holy shit.
How much people hate on YouTube moderation, it's nice seeing them actually do something good.
not even a YouTube moderation. You know, part of the reason YouTube moderation, but also. Oh yeah, I've seen that kind of shit that Asmongold editors do that. Yeah, that's kind of fucking bad. When they thought Netanyahu was dead, but yeah.
See news channels clickbait too, and this may be an unpopular.
Bro, wait, is there like bro tips Thanos? I would absolutely watch that shit, man. If it's like gonna be like 5-hour video, bro, I would gonna watch every second of it and gonna. Never mind.
Opinion, but maybe we shouldn't sensationalize serious topics like war. The guys behind the geopolitics channel.
Oh, I've seen quite a few videos with business basics. He loves to do that shit, yeah. He doesn't make bad videos, don't get me wrong, but this shit is kind of why I stopped watching him. I watched like a few videos about it. It's about, you know, Russia, Ukraine, because it's kind of a little bit close to me, as you can imagine, right? And he was talking about, oh, Russia is falling, collapse is imminent, Ukraine is winning, when, you know, there's barely anything really happening on the front line. You know, for like fucking a long time already.
Business Basics present themselves as a serious news source, and granted, their videos are very high quality and informative.
Yeah, if he like didn't really do that shit, if he used less clickbait in there, I think he would actually do better long term. It's like long term versus short term, right? If you do that, you're not gonna have a good long term growth because all the people gonna think about you and you're gonna think about the. You know, the clickbait that is associated with you because of your bad behavior. It actually doesn't help you long term, but that's fucking stupid. And they think about it, you know, everybody is a popular creator. If you think about it, they are like a flash in a bottle, of course. But if you don't think about your long term growth and only think about short term strategies, you might actually never get a long term. But of course, it doesn't really matter to him because he's already made it, you know. He's already 2 million fucking subscribers. It's a massive YouTube.
Obviously, AI-generated bullshit. And unfortunately, their target audience, middle-aged dads, obviously can't tell what's real and what's not. So
wait, was that like a
target audience, middle-aged dads, obviously can't tell what's real and
what the fuck is that? It doesn't even look even remotely real. You know what actually reminds me of? Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show it to you. There was this pig from the Russian like show, bro, and that's exactly how it looks like.
Who the fuck is?
Okay, that's the wrong one. Okay, that's exactly how it looks like. Look at that. Look at that. Bruh.
And what's not. So viewers click on their videos thinking Trump did nuke Iran, or there really are a million people taking to the streets in Russia. Of course,
that would probably never happen unless the regime does really bad. Okay, I'm as a Russian guy itself, I actually tell you. There's a lot of people who talk about like the Russian genome and how we are like all of our passives and whatever the fuck. I don't really believe in that, but yeah, there are some problems with that. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about.
Of course, they're gonna click on that.
Nothing I don't care about, I don't want to talk about.
Breaking. Western Canadian provinces just officially made 51st to 57th states.
I think if it actually would happen, half of the internet would make videos about it, not like one channel. It doesn't even make sense if you think about it that way.
What are they talking about? I live in Canada and I never got the memo.
Maybe you live in the part that is still Canadian, you know, the yellow lines there. Maybe you just live there. That's why you are not. Oh, that's a really big problem too, you know. Gambus, softcore fucking sites, the AI scam Mr. Beast videos, shitty mobile ads, mobile games. Oh, there's a lot of different types, bro. But AI like the worst of them. I don't know why they use AI in the first place. I understand why, actually. I understand. It's much cheaper to make an AI ad than a normal one, but who are you gonna get with that? Like stupid people? Wait, that actually makes sense. If you want stupid people who are gonna spend money on bullshit, maybe you should make AI ads to actually get them.
Scam advertisements are so cartoonishly blatant and evil. Like last year, you had this stupid ad for a realistic robot puppy being spammed onto everybody's feeds. You and I know that this is AI.
It kinda doesn't even look like... Nah, it does look like AI. I wanted to say that the pup... Nah,
footage, but little kids didn't. And they begged their parents to buy what turned out to be a cheap, drop-shipped piece of shit from Alibaba. Like,
wow, it's so real. Look at that again. It's so real.
Turned out to be a cheap, drop-shipped piece of shit.
Wow, just like the real one.
From Alibaba. Like seriously, a 2-second search on Alibaba and I found the exact same toy sold for $3.
How much was it cost there?
Ad scammers are charging $30 and the advertiser's video and channel.
That's actually smart. You know, there was a previous video about dropshipping I think this guy did, right? Or maybe that I kind of fucking forgot who the guy is. Okay, I forgot who made it. But there was video about drop shipping, and this is basically one of the strategies they use. Yeah,
it's still up to this day.
Absolutely.
And they sell other bullshit like this charger that can apparently fully power your phone in seconds. I feel like if I bought this for myself, it would blow up on me like Looney Tunes style.
Bro, if there was a charger like that, then everybody would actually make them, and everybody would replace the normal chargers with that kind of chargers, bro. Or they would be like ridiculously expensive, so not a lot of people would be allowed to buy it. But especially, and the first thing, the second thing, do you know physics? Do you know about the voltage and shit? Yo, probably, yeah. If you do it and there's no restrictions in place, yeah, probably your phone is gonna blow up. You know, the battery. Absolutely true. Exactly the music you need for the fucking girls.
Talking about.
Yep.
They'll tell you college is a scam, then sell you their scam course on how to become a millionaire by New Year's. They'll say to buy.
But there's more nefarious group, which is like economic, the people who help you to invest and do whatever the fuck, because sometimes they push their agenda in their courses too, but it's like less shitty and less obvious, you know what I mean? And they kind of might do a little bit of a market manipulation by that, but selling people to buy one thing and then they buy the other, which guy gains. And you know, I don't know much about the monetary thing, but if it was like a big popular money guy who wanted to get rich quick, that's what I probably would have done if I was a complete asshole, of course, too.
This or that shitcoin just so they can profit. And how to become a millionaire.
What are the names?
They'll say to buy this or
Ben. No. Yes.
That shit.
N-word coin, bro. I guess white people can't buy that and only black people can because they don't have an N-word pass.
Coin just so they can profit off these idiots when the rug is pulled.
Exactly. And even the more popular and the more established creators do that. They just do it in a more subtle way. They use your trust in a more subtle way usually.
As a YouTuber, content creator gurus make me want to backflip off my roof because all they do is parrot the same basic advice. Like, you gotta make better thumbnails and videos. Like, Christ, why didn't I think of that? And
I wanted to make shitty content so it become popular, but it doesn't work like that. What? You know all that fuck me? Bruh.
Reason their advice is usually so bare bones is that they often have little actual experience building a real YouTube channel.
And it's also because sometimes it's down to skill, sometimes it's down to luck. Some people really blow up because of luck and then they just wane over time because everybody realizes how actually boring and inspiring and not interesting to watch they are.
They just spawn in one day and talk as if they're Mr. Beast and sell you programs for thousands of dollars. Why?
But to be honest, Mr. Beast's advice, part of it is also pretty pretty basic too.
Would I take any advice from grifters whose only experience making YouTube videos is making videos on how to become a successful YouTuber? Like, imagine if
There's so many videos like that, like, fuck me. I was like, when I just started doing like YouTube editing and stuff, when I was like, oh, I want to grow so fast, I'm gonna become 1 million subscribers in a month, okay, I just wanna watch that video by some fucking tube buddy or whatever the fuck, right? Oh. But then I realized that it doesn't really work like that, lad. There's a lot of factors to it, and your skill is one of them.
Some random guy wrote a book on how to become a famous writer. It becomes a bestseller through tricking gullible wannabe authors. Then the guy turns around and sells a course for $1 bajillion on how to become a rich and famous writer just like them.
You know, there is a famous anecdote of how to become a millionaire. So basically, you sell... a lot of people came to the, to the gathering on how to become a millionaire. So, they asked this question of this guy, the financial guru, and he's like, okay, so how many places the stadium has? 1,000 places, right? So how much is one ticket worth? $1,000. And he's like, here you go. This is actually like, it's anecdotal, but it's basically a true story for the most of them.
In that 3K...
They don't know what they're talking about, because if you had some insider knowledge in some field, or you knew something that other people don't, would you actually give that away, or would you keep it to yourself to make more money? Think about it. So, by this logic, most of the advice you get on the internet is probably going to be dog shit about like the insider trading stuff, right? Insider information. Be it, I don't know, business, brokers, or, whatever the fuck you're talking about, where you can actually make easy money, like drop shipping, for example, a good example, right? It's also like doesn't really work anymore.
Program I just showed you, this guy is talking about how you'll be able to make thousands of dollars on YouTube working with them, and then flexes his earnings in the screenshot. And
I wonder how many years it actually took him to make 30,000.
This looks impressive until you realize that these are his lifetime earnings. And if
for the listen, $30K for like 3 years. I mean, I don't need much, bro. If I had that, I would be good. I would be like full-time YouTuber at this point, man.
You consider the fact that he's been posting videos for 5 years? We see his income.
Oh, 5 years is not that good. Yeah, 5 years is would. You know what? I kinda live under $500 a month. You know, I barely spend any money because I'm like a little bit of a frugal lifestyle. You know, I just sit on my computer, keeping to the internet. I don't pay much for the house because of the reasons. You know, special privilege, I'd say. And yeah. If I had like this kind of much money, I would be this full-time YouTuber trying to grow my brand.
It's only $500 a month.
But a lot of people wouldn't be in that position, you know. Even in Russia, where the people spend less per month, for example, like to the US and Europe, of course, like 2-3 times, 5 times less.
This guy has probably made way more selling this program of questionable quality than he has ever done through YouTube. His videos these days.
Think about it. He sells it to 10 people. And he made as much money as he made for YouTube like for 5 years. Wait, his channel makes like barely like 100 views most of the time. 120, 196, 128, 85, which is like under 100. Okay, one is 98, but another one's like barely cracking 50.
It's only get a few hundred views at most. Completely unrelated, but I'm hardly getting.
How did he even make a 30K the overall?
Paid from YouTube because I keep making my videos too edgy. So I'm now announcing the release of my mega money maxing millionaire course where I teach you how to.
Yeah, you're probably not the guy because you make too edgy. You need to be a little bit more content friendly, I guess.
I watch so much YouTube in my free time or while doing research to the point that.
Oh yeah. Average Gen Alpha experience, you know, maybe some Gen Z. I sometimes do it myself too. I watch on one screen the video, and on another screen I play the game.
I regularly find examples of creators stealing from others. Like for my college major ranking
Wait, that was
video,
yeah, but that's basically I mean, yeah, that also happens too. A lot of Russian creators just straight up steal the English creators' ideas because there's more ideas. It's usually more advanced in terms of ideas, in terms of content, you know, because there's much more money in it in English-speaking space. So yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah, when I was watching like only Russian-speaking content, I've seen that a lot. When I compare that to like
examples of.
There was also A4. Which is like the name of one of the most popular Russian YouTubers who's like making content for like 10-year-olds probably at this point. Always has been. And he was stealing the Mr. Beast ideas and was making like really, really scuffed videos. He's like, Mr. Beast idea! Surviving on an island for a week! It is an actual fucking tropical island, and this guy's surviving on an island for a week, and he lives like in a room like that, which is like badly painted as a fucking island. Yeah, that was absolutely cringe.
Creators stealing from others. Like for my college major ranking video, I watch other people's stuff on the same topic so I can dig up material to work with while.
But yeah, but there's nothing wrong. Okay, that picture looks a little bit wrong if you like cut out that part.
Writing my jokes. And I found this video by Shiv VZG where he roasted every college major in 60 seconds. I then stumbled upon this other guy who stole half of his lines.
Political science, a major that tricks you into thinking politics is a science.
Political science, a major that tricks you to think politics is a science.
Cognitive science, I mean.
He can't even say that properly. What a fucking what a retard, bro.
Neuroscience for the less academically inclined.
Cognitive science, a made in China version of neuroscience for the less academically inclined.
Seeing this guy stutter and butcher these lines is just so goddamn.
It's like you know this joke when you read it and nobody laughed, and then the popular guy in class read it and everybody laughed. He's that guy that nobody laughed at, bro. What the fuck? They were actually not. I didn't really hear it, but they probably weren't that bad, and he like made it 2 times worse, man.
Hard to watch. The culture around content these days basically says stealing from others is okay. They call it soft euphemisms like.
I remembered another Mr. Beast drama. His AI thumbnail channel, when he thumbnail website where he could make thumbnails, who was like pretty much ripping the popular creators off. Even Mr. Beast was like promoting that shit, but then we realized what nobody was buying that shit, and yeah,
remixing or reimagining or remaking. But
to be honest, most of the human existence was like that. Every popular person stole from another and then edited another twist, and then stole and edited another twist, stole and edited another twist. This is how science, this is how, you know, art, this is how writing, everything is evolved that way. Somebody had a good idea, another person got this idea and changed it a little bit and made it his own. This is how human creation works. For example, somebody sees the tree stump going down the... I want down the fucking stairs. Down the hill. And he's like, okay, it's round. What if I make the round object, okay? What if I make the wheel, which is also going to be round, and I'm going to be able to wheel it somewhere? And what if I do it like a four-legged animal too? I'm going to paint 4 wheels and make a cart. And then he was like, oh, okay, so I invented something now. But he pretty much used the already pre-existing concepts seen like in the animal world, or seen like in a nature. This is how fucking humans work, okay?
Call it for what it is, plagiarism. This is like calling a...
But yeah, if you are ripping too close to the source, it's plagiarism. Some people, for example, say that, by the way, it's too fucking bright for me, you know, reacting is plagiarism. But I mean, listen, this video is like 9 minutes, and I recorded like around a half an hour already, so I don't know about plagiarism, bro. My videos are just fucking I'm yapping too much.
Robbery and involuntary donation. The worst kind of stealing has gotta be reaction.
Wait, was that TikTok?
Robbery and involuntary donation. The worst kind of stealing.
Bro, that's gotta be TikTok.
Stealing has gotta be reaction channel.
Oh fuck, he got me. But yeah, I've seen actually this guy, he doesn't really contribute here, usually nothing. He just listens to that shit and like... I actually seen it myself.
Even with all the drama that went down with these guys, they're still scooping up videos from smaller creators.
It's hard to say whether it's negative or not. There is an ironclad rule that you need to do it at least few days after the release of the video, right? From one point, and from the other point, sometimes they introduce people to smaller creators that are not known. Of course, I'm a fucking tiny bit guy, so nobody really knows me. And you can technically make an argument that I steal content if you really see it like that. But yeah.
And soaking up all the views for themselves. And all they do is just give the most bare bones commentary. Like they'd be watching it.
Listen, and you showed an Asmongold there. Asmongold doesn't really do that shit. To the crime body cam, maybe he does, but to the other stuff he actually talks a lot.
True crime documentary that some underpaid YouTuber probably saved hours over. Then all they'd say is something like, L murder chat, killing is bad. Like
XQC is a really good example of that, yeah.
Like gosh, that's groundbreaking. Why?
But again, part of the reason why those videos actually work so well also because of the chat experience, because there's chat in the corner that usually adds to the video, so like Asmongold, XQC, whoever the fuck, right, doesn't really matter, some popular streamer. And these chat is, when I watch, for example, like Asmongold, for example, I sometimes look at the chat to see what they're gonna do, what they're reacting to, how they're reacting to that too. It's like, it's really interesting part of that, which is like a part of the experience if you think about it. I'm not excusing somebody like XQC for just blatantly reacting, barely saying anything. When like video 15 minutes long, he's like making the reaction which is 17 minutes long, which is like extra 10%, bro. Yeah, that's not enough.
This is so normalized on YouTube, you know, in the music industry. If an artist samples an old song, even just a tiny bit, they have to pay royalties to the original creator to compensate them.
True.
So why don't
there is just no good system that YouTube implemented because they're like, you know what, it is what it is. Everybody is like not that angry about it, they're okay. Or it's not really because of that, but because those labels, they have a lot of jurisdictional, you know, how do I say it? The law power. A lot of the law power, I probably say it, right? This way? Okay, I'm gonna check that later. A lot of jurisdictional power, and then that is how it is, right? And a lot of creators, they can actually be angry at YouTube or whatever the fuck, but they can't really do a lot. They can technically sue YouTube, but they're probably not gonna have enough resources to sue the multi-billion fucking dollar company, right?
These YouTubers ever get compensated for their lost revenue?
Bro, what the fuck? Okay, I need to... Anyway, let's get back. I was getting spammed by my buddy. Sorry about that.
Respect for small creators, being one myself, I never watch reaction videos, and you shouldn't either.
I do. Gotta be honest, I do. And I see nothing wrong with that, as long as the guy actually provides some input or context or whatever the fuck commentary. This is why Asmongold's so popular, for example. This is why these videos get a lot of views, because and there's a lot of other people, I come for him, not really the content he's making. I'd say 50-50, okay? But I wouldn't really watch crime cop content, cop slop as people say it, you know, in his chat, for example, without his reaction to it. I don't really care about it that much. I just want to see his reaction to it as much as the content itself. So talking that they actually stealing views, I'm not sure about that. But again, I'm due to it right now myself, so I'm kind of like interested in protecting that. But there's a lot of people. Oh, that's gonna be the fucking worst one. Wow.
You got fake comments and videos coming from AI-generated girls who are
that's
dying
clearly
of
AI
cancer,
too. You can
begging
see that,
you
right?
for help to fulfill their dream of hitting 20,000 subscribers.
And you can see clearly that it's AI too, and then they're gonna make some kind of random bullshit video probably to promote some fucking crypto scam or, you know. Ooh, by the way. I know why he's waiting until the 20,000 subs to be a very nice video. Yeah,
AI
sure.
trading bots promising to earn thousands of dollars a month passively.
Yeah, it's like give 1 Bitcoin to Elon Musk, he's gonna give 2 back. Yeah. I would really very much like to sneak a... No,
AI women trying to
right.
seduce you and make you download their shitty app. And
seducing worked well, but I'm not gonna download that over that.
don't even get me started on the slop shorts that get nauseating view count.
Wait, 256 million views? For this? You can't be serious, bro. I can't
was
believe.
editing this video and I just learned that YouTube has actually been working on
Thank
taking
God.
these sorts of...
Thank fucking God, bro. I didn't even know that because I don't watch a lot of... You know, I watch some AI creators, but it's like someone like Gucci Marks who actually makes his videos and then generates the pictures for videos, you know, for about like video about Hassan or Miskif or whatever the fuck. That's the good use of AI using creatively, or some, you know, some people use it to do research. They just, of course, they need to double check yourself because AI are prone to errors, but making everything completely using AI without your input, yeah, that's completely cringe and stupid.
Lock channels down.
Never should
For
be
how
done
much
like
I've
that.
been ranting so far,
It should be the tool.
I do genuinely
Bro, you've been ranting so far, bro? It was like fucking 38 minutes for me now.
love it when YouTube takes action. And
Maybe
this
like
may
35,
or
if I
may
edit
not
it
be
down.
me trying to stop my channel from getting kirked off the platform, but despite all
Kirks,
its
bro. This joke is one of the reasons why I get demonetized, by the way, man. Come on.
flaws, this is still my 4th favorite website of all time, just behind
What
Rule
is-
34, Hentai Haven, and LiveLeak.
The man of culture. I see.
The epitome
Nice.
of everything I hate about modern day YouTube is the so-called faceless YouTuber niche. People call them faceless YouTubers, but they're not really faceless in the same way I'm faceless because I'm too afraid to show my chopped ass.
Well, I can't really tell I'm faceless because I'm... Bro, this is... She's gonna make a really good YouTuber. Look at that face, like... What?
Of 5 self on camera. It's just a term to group up all the sort of channels that use AI to post an ungodly amount of content in a short period of time.
I wouldn't really say it's... There's some people who use AI voice who actually okay are. There's one league person who talks about the league, like Rav, whatever the fuck. Rav, I think his name is Rav. And I kind of a little bit hate this AI voice, but he himself is okay because he's kind of funny, right, and all that. But it's still a little bit off-putting. But yeah, doing that is absolutely fucking ridiculous. AI should be helping your creativity, not fucking replacing it. And especially when you hear somebody reading the story, especially there's a lot of shorts that are narrated with AI voice, I'm like, nah, I ain't watching that shit. I'm bye. See ya.
AI
I just go.
voiceovers, AI
I just closed the video.
scripts, even AI editing. And it makes
There is nothing wrong with using a script as long as you are doing the touches on it. As long as you are being the editor of that and changing the parts to actually want to sound human, at least. You know, Detroit become human, literally.
makes me so jealous seeing how these sorts of channels can do crazy well with little effort because of the
Yeah, but you can do that too. If children can do that, so can you, right? Well, so why don't you? Because you have morals? I had morals before to not make React content too, because I thought it's cringe and stupid. But then I realized if I really want to grow my skills as a streamer in the future, which is also a little bit cringe too, sure, I need to do some React, because it's easy way to get into that sphere. It's easy way to learn the necessary skills to overreact. I don't overreact that much, but yeah.
Sheer amount of videos they can just shit out. While I'm sat here spending weeks on single projects and wondering who the hell is even watching their videos. Like,
but it's a price of your dignity. And this is why I complain about it, because the real world doesn't promote, it doesn't really reward dignity. It rewards one, efficiency, and second, it rewards people who work smart and hard. I want to say smart, not hard, but that's not true.
I don't know about you, but the second I hear an AI voice...
But again, the world is... You need to learn about one thing about the world. It's unequal, and it's always would be. As much as you want it to be equal towards you, towards other people compared to you, it's never gonna be that way. Okay, I can just give it up, kid.
In a video, I just click off immediately. If the creator is so goddamn lazy where they can't even record their own voice, I just know the video is gonna be complete dog shit.
Yeah, but what if he's like not a native speaker? What if he's some kind of speech impediment? What if his voice is absolutely fucking terrible? Nobody's gonna listen to that. I mean, I'm doing fine, so yeah.
And I want nothing to do with it. Nothing.
Oh, that was very big, like, what, a few years ago? I don't think it's as big now.
I keep finding podcasts run by random guys who pretend to be experts on topics they know nothing about.
Living things.
Fucking Hamza, bro. Again. This guy is so fucking cringe, man, I'm telling you.
To be eaten or killed. Plants and vegetables.
The guy who makes, like, about Adonis.
Trees and leaves, they're all living creatures, right? The idea is the plants actually still have a defense mechanism, which is essentially like low levels of toxicity and poison. This is why
some do, but most I think don't, is for humans. There were studies that were made that the plants can feel pain, but they can't really say it in any way, so I don't care, I'm gonna eat it anyway, you know. If I couldn't eat anything that could feel pain, what if eat mushrooms? What if mushrooms can feel pain then too? I'm gonna eat dirt now.
Lots of children
Easy.
potentially haven't liked eating vegetables because it doesn't taste very good.
I've heard a lot of dumbass shit during my short time on the internet.
If it actually was poisonous, then it wouldn't really be perceived in a way it doesn't taste good for kids. It would be perceived in a way that you're actually getting sick or getting thrown from shit. Or maybe it's just, you know, it could be also the allergy reaction, so it might be not poisonous at all. Maybe you're just allergic to like peanuts or whatever the fuck, right? It doesn't mean it's poison for everybody, just for you.
But I've never heard someone seriously say that vegetables are bad for you. The other day, I was scrolling on...
He was like the biggest meat enjoyer. Sounds like he's a gay, you know, or some shit. But he's the biggest meat rider, bro.
On YouTube, and I found out the Nelk Boys interviewed Donald Trump, JD Vance, and Benjamin Netanyahu.
Who?
I like some of the Nelk Boy pranks. What the fuck do they know about politics?
Literally who? I never heard about him.
And another issue is when podcasters do zero background checks for the people they bring on, giving them the platform to spread mis and disinformation.
And microwaves, when microwaves came out, that was like, it kills all the nutrients with those microwaves.
True, it also kills people too, you know. If you open up the if you use the microwave for more than 5 minutes, yeah, you're cooked. Literally, if you're outside, of course. That's absolutely true. Nothing, not a joke at all, of course.
A while back, I found this 2-hour-long unreleased podcast.
Probably microwaving is gonna be better than frying something, right? Because probably gonna kill more nutrients like that.
A while back, I found this 2-hour-long unreleased podcast Michael Knowles of the Daily Wire did with this guy who claims to be the smartest man in the world. Which is ironic considering this guy is racist and anti-Semitic schizo rants on Twitter. And
this is how you know he's the smartest guy, because he doesn't care about all those titles, he just be himself. What the fuck?
Daily Wire is owned by Ben Shapiro. a
Really?
Jew. This is the kind of guy who said America would
I didn't know it actually was owned by him. I didn't really care about that shit.
be better off letting him literally
I could have forgotten how bad data arguments like this are, but I want to tap something small for people to actually pause the read blobbers like this. The IQ of Coco the gorilla? Coco the gorilla? Nowhere near the level of normal humans. The researchers have raised him, basically trained her to become good at aping sign language so it could look like she could speak. Oh! Like even IQ becomes 75 and 95? Average IQ, so she also does spoken English. So you basically tell them that Coco is smarter than probably 30% of the population? Yeah, I don't really believe that myself. Is it possible? Yeah, but this is like a small percent. So basically, Somalia's IQ is 68. White supremacist stand in science. Oh. But again, the word white supremacist. It might be because he said they have a low IQ, or he might be actually a supremacist, and that's why he said it's low IQ. Because there's so much white guilt and white anti-white propaganda so-called going on, it's hard to understand, is it really 68 IQ and he's supremacist, or he was called the supremacist because he made that and he's actually not a supremacist, you know? Kinda hard to say. Because I think that IQ is 100% depends on the where you grew up with and what kind of education, all that stuff you have. So it actually could be low. It could be low. Maybe not that low, but it could be low 100%. Because they have a worse education and worse living condition. It's just, it's not even racist to tell it. It's just a fucking fact.
Gorillas over Somali refugees.
Yeah, but the fact that, you know, but the conjecture, more like, is that gorillas smarter than Somalians is kind of fucking... What are we doing about that here? Why are we comparing animals and people? People are... Maybe some people are stupid than gorillas. Stupider. Every country has that, fucking idiots, like 2%ers, you know, as they called. But, yeah, it's not that bad, bro.
Because the animals are smarter and more peaceful. I know some was...
people always gonna have a bigger potential than animals. Maybe some people are actually, like, really fucking dead.
Say that the Daily Wire is just a bunch of Nazis. Which is funny, because, again, it's ran by a Jew. But if they had done just a bit of digging...
This fucking picture, bro. Oh man, Rakai is gonna be remembered like that forever.
Even they wouldn't have touched this guy with the 50-foot pole. Of course, this grifter isn't really the smartest man in the world. He claims to have a 200 IQ because some random test he did on the back of a science fiction magazine.
But again, IQ is such a stupid and hard topic because it's like it should be used to measure intelligence, the idea of it, right? But at the same time, what is intelligence? You can't really tell it 100% for sure, right? You can't really tell it. Is intelligence being what? Is it like being smart, is knowing as much stuff, being able to build the logical connections between things, right? Probably the logical connections if we're talking about IQ at least, not intelligence. Is it like the emotional intelligence? Because, you know, emotions are inevitable part of humans. Some people make fun of it, but it's absolutely true. So there's a lot of different ways you can actually understand that.
Ian in the 80s said so. During the interview, he talked about how he's proven God exists using math and logic.
How?
And Michael Knowles here...
One thing we know about the God, we will probably never know whether the God exists or not. And even if he does, there's gonna be a lot of people who are actually gonna, if he show us to us, there's gonna be a lot of people who are still gonna deny it because, oh, he's just fucking bullshitting us or whatever.
Wanted him to tell his conservative audience...
We're never gonna be able to 100% prove whether God exists or not because it's like outside of our realm or expertise.
About it.
Does God exist?
Yes.
Simple as
Yes.
that.
Reality has
How
an
do you
identity.
know? How do you know that?
The identity is that as which something exists. Okay?
Holy yup. Is it holy yup or a holy yup? That's the question.
Come up with that identity, and then you search it for its properties. You see, once you've built the preliminary framework, then you start deducing the properties of this identity, and you find out that those properties match those of God as described in most of the world's major religions.
What if he's what is he talking about? I feel like he's just trying to say if he used a lot of smart words, a lot of stupid people would believe them. It didn't make a lot of sense to me, honestly.
Then he proceeded to yap and not drop any actual proof of God, like how I can prove gravity exists by dropping an anvil on his racist ass. Some podcasters have zero restrictions for who comes on. I wouldn't be surprised.
Listen, the podcast with the cat would be better than the podcast with this last guy, bro, who's yapping about the God for like fucking 10 minutes.
Guys, bring on some genocidal war criminal wanted by almost every country on Earth. Oh wait, they already fucking did!
Wow, you really like Netanyahu, do you? I don't care about him, honestly. But wow. Good one, bro. Good one. Damn, Lee Lake. I actually seen his video. What was this video? I need to see. What was the last one I've seen? Oh, about Discord servers. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I've seen that before. I've seen that. But again, I like this guy, and he doesn't really like the reactors, so I'm probably not gonna watch a lot of his stuff. But anyway, I really like this guy a lot. You know, Lee Lake. He's a fucking based guy. A lot of base takes. Yeah, some of them might be not like, gonna fully agree with, again, 100%, all that stuff, you know, maybe like politics or whatever the fuck, I don't know. I'm not gonna delve into that because nobody fucking cares about my opinion, and I know don't care about my opinion on that topic anyway, so... Oh man. Anyways, that was actually really good shit. Check out this guy Lee Lake again, and thanks for watching, and see you next time, bye.